fucking ball to the ATM. Woke up from a trip, I lost all my friends. PTSD, oh not this again. Chrome broken heart since I didn't split. Fuck all of that social shit, I don't need it for relevance. Hella bitch, while we talking about all the relevance, it's relevant. I'ma go get wasted for the hell of it, and I don't even drink, but when I do it's elegant. Talking about the crystal, talking about martinis. I'm a fucking rock star, can catch me at that Fiji.
What's going on, guys? Music Overload here, where we talk about anything and everything hip hop. Today I'm out here in LA joined with Gio Pilla. What's going on, bro?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good.
Appreciate you having me.
Bro, it's my first time out here in LA.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's nice as fuck.
Yeah.
And it's just beautiful. I honestly want to stay here like way more. You're from here, right?
Yeah, born and raised. I was originally in Burbank, but now I'm like more deep into the valley, like Santa Clarita. That's where like I grew up at.
And what was it like growing up there?
It's weird because like everyone thinks that like LA is like all connected, when realistically like Santa Clarita is like a whole different thing than LA, and we're only like 30 minutes away. So I mean, it's kind of like a suburban community, but like I don't really know how to explain it. It's like LA, but it's not. Like it is connected to LA, but it's not LA at all. Like it's a town where like people go who like want to be near LA, but don't want to be involved with it. That's like where you go. Cause my parents like work in the industry, but they moved out there like right as I was born because they didn't want to be in LA. Like LA is like a kind of like a pot, and like they just wanted to get out of that. So that's how we ended up there.
Gotcha. Okay. What would you say is like your favorite thing to do out here in California?
Honestly, like there's a lot of parties. There's a lot of drama. There's a lot of bullshit.
You've been in drama?
All of it.
Like
all of this shit you could.
What's the craziest shit?
Honestly, I don't even really want to speak on that. but no, like me personally, what I do, I'll just be on my own. I'll just be with my homies over there. Like we just be kicking shit, making music, having fun, try not to get too involved, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I lay pretty low compared to like most people I know who are kind of in the same little cut that I'm in. I lay pretty low, just do my own thing, stay surrounded with my people, the people I like, because it's real easy to get caught up in crowds that you're not trying to be in,
right? And
doing things that like you would never expect yourself doing, all for like whatever it is. People got different motives, clout, money, whatever you want to call it. Like
you say, like you surround yourself around that circle before.
Yeah, I've been there. I've been there, done that. It's not. It's like some people love it. Some people love that shit. Like, oh, the more the better. But me,
You glad you finally got out of that?
Yeah, I mean, there's parts I miss. Like I miss popping out. I miss like all the shit. But also at the same time, it's kind of like it doesn't help you. Like it helps you if you're like I don't know, like a TikToker maybe. Like if you're trying to like make content with all these people and all these like actresses, whatever you want to call it. Me, that's not gonna help me grow my career. Trust me, I've been there. I was getting posted up by like some of the biggest people you can imagine. That shit don't do shit for you. Like you gotta grow it yourself. If you come to LA and expect like to surround yourself with like whoever it is, right? And be like they're gonna be the reason I pop. Like if you meet them, whatever, get cool with them. No, bro. You gotta do that shit yourself. Like it's cool. They'll help, but. You gotta do it yourself. That's like the one thing that's misconcepted. People think like, oh, like I'll just leech onto so and so.
But I mean, don't you think like it's all about the connections kind of thing? You know,
connections are great. Connections are great.
So I'm saying you got a feature from like 24.
Bro, yeah, no. Like that would help me out. But I'm talking about like all the like. So I didn't give you more background. Like the people I was talking about was more like TikTok creators, influencers.
Gotcha.
Those are a lot of the people I'm cool with. I wish I was more plugged in with the music people. I wish. I will be soon. But right now, I mainly know people that aren't really in my lane. So that's why I kind of like took a step back and was like, this is cool, but I need to pave my own way and not try to walk up somebody else's that they already paved, because that's not the way to go. Maybe you could get some short-term shit, but there's no longevity in that. That's what I realized. I mean, people all got different views and shit, though.
Dang. How old are you, 17?
Yeah.
Dang. You got a smart mind, bro. Like
I'm learning.
That's what's up. Now, something else I wanted to talk to you about was, you know, because you just released a new single called Me and You. But before I get into that, I wanted to understand, you know, just for the sake of myself and for everyone watching, how do you think you'd be able to describe your music to someone that's never listened to it before?
Bro. Okay, I mean, like, we could, like... It's weird, bro, because, okay, I feel like a lot of my music right now is very similar sounding. Like, I could probably describe it as, you know, shit that, like, Trippie Redd's making, Kid Leroy. Like, you could put it in that alley, right. But I also feel like there's some things that, like, you'll hear in certain records of mine. Like, me and my friends were just talking about this, where it's like, where the fuck did that even come from? Like, that was, I ain't never heard that before. So it's like, I don't know, I feel like, because growing up, I didn't listen to rap. Like, at all, growing up. It was my sister that put me on. I was probably in, like, 7th, 8th grade, and I remember my sister was playing, like, fucking, like, not like rap, kind of like pop rap, like T-Pain, kind of like Chris Brown, and I was like, yo, this shit low-key wavy. So then I kind of got put in there, and then kids at school started bumping, like, Lil Pump, fucking Uzi, like, all this shit, and I was like, yo, this shit hard. So, like, I actually grew up on the complete opposite. I was listening to, like, Grateful Dead, fucking Michael Jackson, like, Allman Brothers, which is, like, some, like, funky-ass, like, jazz band. So, I don't know. I feel like what I would describe my music as is, like, a combination of the modern rap era, but, like, really cool elements of, like, Michael Jackson, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I'm not fucking Michael Jackson, but I like to think my music's good. I want it to be better though. Like I could be like the biggest name in the whole fucking shit, and I still want to find ways to be better. Like there's so much room for growth, and I feel like you and whoever's watching this gonna see that over the next few years for sure.
For sure. I'm really feeling like No Jumper with X type shit right now.
Yeah, that's what you feel like.
Yeah, man. And so something else I wanted to talk about was, you know, just how you started, like just with music in general, wanting to rap.
Honestly, like when I was young, it wasn't even like I want to rap. It was more like I want to sing. And then I realized like, wait a minute, like this ain't really for me. And during that, it kind of, you know, my love for like hip hop, rap, the culture and all that started like forming. And okay, so like I recorded like my first song, actually on this same exact microphone we got right here. I recorded my first song I ever made probably when I was like 11 or 12 years old. And it had like no auto-tune or anything. It was like remix of a remix. I put it on SoundCloud. People at my middle school was fucking with that shit. And I was like, all right, this calm. But then I kind of stepped away from it. I was doing sports and shit. And then high school came around. My homie Benji, he's an actor. He's been on like Nickelodeon, Netflix. He did a movie with fucking Zoto sitting over there. They got a movie. It's what Rim of the World. It's on Netflix. But I hit him one time. I was like, yo, like, I'm trying to get in the studio. Like, on some movie shit. Like, I need to get in the studio, bro. Like, I need to do this. I was 13, and we made this one song. This was like my first real release on Spotify and everything called Trapping It.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that.
Yeah, so that shit, that was very current with the time. Think about it. You had like Pump. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I don't listen to Pump really now.
But you knew that shit was easy. You just
I was like, bro, I could do this. Like, I could really do this. And Benji was like, yeah, I could do this too. And then he ain't made a song. He blew up when he was real young. Like, he had a song with, like, I think he got like a couple million views now. That's how his acting career got started. But he didn't really release anything for a while. So we just came together and was like, yo, let's do this. And then that happened. And then, you know, the story just evolves from there. Like, I'm going in small little studios, doing my thing. I recorded my first project after I turned 14. And yeah, rest is history, honestly. Right. Like, now it's just led to where it's at now. I mean, there's so much more to the story, but that's kind of, to answer the question, that's how I got started.
Right. So from trapping it to the shit you have now, like, what kind of created that transformation? Honestly,
it's just experience and age. Like, I feel like, obviously, bro, like, when you're 14, like, you see, like, rappers pop off when they're real little, and you're like, how the fuck, like, I don't know how to do that shit. Like, me, it's taking a while. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's taking a while just to get to where I'm at right now. Like, I'll be tedious with this. I spend damn near 12 hours a fucking day just freestyling, writing, searching shit up. Like, just trying to figure out how to be the best fucking artist I could be. And, like, some rappers don't want to do that, but they already got it like that. That's just them. Me, I had to work for it. Like, I didn't just come out the studio spitting fucking heat. You heard that first record. That's a rough first record to put out there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool, but like...
But hearing your stuff now...
that's like a whole different thing.
Like, I heard ATM, I'm like, bro, how is that not blown up yet?
I be thinking the same thing.
Right.
I be thinking the same.
I always wonder, like, why isn't that artists who have some really
Why
good content?
hasn't it blown up?
Like,
I don't know, bro.
why don't good artists who release good music?
I think there's a lot of politics.
Politics?
Like not real politics, but like music industry politics.
How so?
Like I just feel like in order to like blow up, like I feel like a lot of these blow up stories you hear, there's a little more to it than what me style. Like maybe there's not, bro. Like I don't know people's situations, and I don't want to come up like it's all bullshit. Like I just sound like a butthurt. Like you just sound butthurt. Like nah. Like I'm just saying. Like I don't know. I be trying. I be promoting. I feel like a lot of money it takes too. Money that I don't currently have. I'm not signed to a label. I don't have no management. It's just me. But even then, like I get it why I haven't blown up, but then a part of me be wondering like, okay, maybe I haven't blown up yet, but how come nobody reached out? Like that's kind of what I want right now in my career is like
someone to reach out.
Bro, like how has nobody reached out? Like I be thinking like, I don't want to say no names because everyone got their own shit going on, but like people be blowing up and like, or not blowing up, but like getting a following and they be getting recognized. I'm like, bro, like I could do that. Like I feel like my shit hitting way harder than this. But I feel like you get lost in it. Like you'll get so anxious and depressed if you're just thinking about comparing yourself to everyone all the time. Me, I got a lot of like mental problems and things that I deal with. So that's something that I try not to get too caught up in is like comparing myself to other people, and you'll go off the deep end doing that. And I know a lot of people that do. And you want to know what you do when you think about everything but yourself? You get nothing done. Only thing you do is damage yourself by doing that shit. And that's something that I've been working on the last few months.
Because you've been at that point.
I've been there. I've been like looking at artists before. Honestly, I'd be capping. I'd be lying to you if I wasn't like, bro, I'd be looking at artists and being like, damn man, I wish I was right there. Like, not like fuck that artist, but like just me personally, like man, I would if I was in that spot, man, I'd be doing it like the grand finale. Like, I'd be letting fireworks fly off. Like, it would be crazy. But, I mean, shit, everyone has their path. Everyone got their time. Yeah, everyone has, you know, their time that's for them. And I just want to be humble, keep my head down, remember what's important, and hopefully it works out. I just really want to inspire some people and leave some shit behind. You feel me?
For sure. And I really hope, you know, that does work out for you. One thing I wanted to talk about, because you did mention people reaching out to you.
Yeah.
I know you got a follow from Jaden, right?
Oh yeah, Jaden Hosser.
Have they reached out to you?
I don't really want to speak on that.
I'm saying.
I know Jaden through some mutuals. Me and him like don't really talk that often. Like I'm not finna be on here and be like, that's my dog. But yeah, like we fuck with each other. He's you know. Want to hear a funny story? Actually,
Let's hear it.
I will say this just real briefly. I remember. It was actually the first day I ever met him. It was before he.
Also, you met him, not just a follow.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, we was playing laser tag, and it was it was like the first day I ever met him, and it was he told me like, yo, like I really want to start doing music. This was like before he ever released, so I don't know. I just think it's cool that like he told that to me, and then he's up there killing that shit. Mm-hmm. Like, it was just so cool to watch. Like, damn, he was really saying, like, I'm about to start doing this. And in my head, like, you know, you have your doubts. Like, I don't know. You like, I've never heard you make music. Everyone want to make music. Fucking, there's probably like 10 people within a 4-block radius right now who are an artist or somehow in LA. So you just hear that shit every day. But for him to just go from that, the way he was talking to me, to just blow up, that's fucking cool. And then Aiden, we talk. I've never met him, though. I've never met him.
Would you say these guys are kind of like influences to you?
Not so much in the way that artists I don't know are, but I'd definitely be looking at their shit and being like, I need to step my shit up. Because I'll be like looking at people like, even like just anyone, and being like, yo, like this is how they doing it. Like it sets a bar for me that I need to go above and beyond and do some other shit that like no one's seen before, because that's what they're doing. They're reinventing themselves every record they put out. They're doing fire shit. So yeah, in a way, like, it's not an influence in the way of like, the way you grow up listening to someone, like idolizing them. Because, you know, like I know them. Mm-hmm. But it is an influence, like not necessarily directly, but yeah.
Right. Who would you say is like a musical influence to you?
Depends on when you ask me. Honestly, like, I listen, like I said, I already told you my influences growing up.
Right.
But rap. I love Juice before he passed away. I mean, even after he passed away,
Right.
Juice was like a huge fucking influence. Like, I get compared to him, and like a lot of people who get compared to people try to act like they don't even fuck with that person. Like what? I don't even sound like no, bro. Like he has definitely influenced a lot of my sound. But so have other great artists. Like this sound weird because no one would even expect this, but like I listen to like hella Logic growing up. Like, yeah, which is weird because I don't even fuck with lyrical shit. Like I mean, lyrical shit cool, but like I don't really be listening to it like that. But it was kind of like in that I was into gaming when I was little, and like he was with like FaZe Clan and like all that shit.
Okay.
So that's how that kind of opened up. But yeah, I listen to like him. I listen to Juice, Uzi, fucking crazy.
Right.
I love Uzi. But even then, like I listen to fucking so much music, bro. Like I listen to like Cat Stevens, this dude from the 70s.
Yeah, I know
I
who
think.
that is, bro.
You know who? You don't? Nah, bro. I be listening to like Pat Benatar. She's this fucking like female rock star. She just got robbed of being inducted, but that's some other shit. But she's fucking fire. Like she was doing some like dun, like hard rock and roll shit. Like I listen to fucking any and everything, really. Yeah, I love music for sure.
That's what's
like
up.
all types of music.
Who's your favorite artist listening to right now?
In this moment, like currently that I follow.
Yeah, like who you jamming to right now?
Who I be playing in the car. I feel like we low key be bumping like a lot of Young Boy.
Young Boy?
Yeah.
Oh, you
like,
one of those, bro?
No, bro. I love I was never a huge Young Boy fan. Like, but my homie Benji, like one day, like we was in the car, and like he was like talking about some double cup, like joking, though, like joking, and we put on Young Boy, and I was like, yo, like this shit low key hard. Like I feel like a lot of people overlook him, like Young Boy. Like I noticed a lot of comments on Instagram, Young Boy trash, Young Boy this, but like. Yeah, nah, he be hard. We be bumping him for sure. Like,
I've always wondered, what is it about Young Boy? Just because his shit slaps, or is it because he's like speaking to you, or what?
I don't know. I'm not like a long time Young Boy fan, so I don't really know. But if you just asking me what I'm fucking with right now, yeah, I'll be fucking with Young Boy. Just like right now. But that could change in a week. Like in a week, I'll be bumping like, fucking like, I don't know. Anybody, pop stars, fucking like whatever. Like it just constantly changed. Like. There's no real, like, we was bumping Cardi a lot when Cardi dropped. That album was great, I think. I know a lot of people might not agree with me, but I think that was, like, his best project, honestly.
Cardi?
Yeah.
Whole Lotta Red.
I love that project.
You think it's his best?
I think it's really innovative, and people will eventually find that out. I think it's easy to look at it from the front and be like,
I feel like a lot of people, they expect something from an album, and whenever they don't get that, that's when it's just.
Well, I feel like that's just the internet in general, bro.
Right.
I feel like it was way easier to blow up 4 years ago than it is right now.
Definitely, you'd be up if you dropped 4 years ago.
Every artist that's blown up, you look at like any artist that's blown up, bro, their whole fucking comment section is like industry plant, garbage, trash can. Like it was never like that when like X was blowing up, bro. I mean, there was controversy, but like I'm just saying, like the internet's lethal nowadays. Like the internet's always been ruthless. But like I just feel like with artists, especially right now, it's way easier to hate someone than it is to fucking like fuck with somebody.
Right.
You feel me? So that's the way I see it. Like I know damn well when I pop, people are gonna be saying all types of shit. Like I don't know what they gonna be saying, but
probably like you're a plant or something.
Yeah, industry plant. I'm gonna hear it all, and honestly, I don't give a fuck. Like I don't care. Like I've heard it all already. Like I don't fucking care.
So you don't really feed into the media.
No.
Do you got people hating on you like right now?
Yeah.
How you feel?
I don't give a fuck. Suck my dick. But I don't fucking care. I never have cared. If I cared, I would have quit rapping when kids at high school was talking shit about me. Those same kids Snapchat me every single day talking about keep up the good work. And honestly, I feel like a lot of people would be like, fuck you. Me? Nah, man, I get it. I probably would hate on me too. Like, not me, but like if I was in your shoes, I'd be mad. Like, maybe not mad. Like, I'd like people, the one thing people misconcept is like when someone's hating on them, they be like, yeah, like I'm in their head rent free. Like all this shit, and it's like, bro, nobody really thinks. They just be hating. Like nobody spends time thinking about you. It's just they hating, and that's just is what it is. But for me, like, I don't give a fuck. Like I'm not doing this to impress you. Nah, that's not what music's about for me. It's about like just speaking what's up here.
Right.
And the positivity that I put in other people's mind is a million times worth it if that means I still got people hating on me. Like, there's always going to be someone, whatever you do, who's going to be saying shit about what you're doing. You're going to have loved ones you do, like family members who don't believe in you. You're going to have best friends that don't believe in you. You're going to have, and that's just how life is. Once you, like, learn to just actually absorb that, you'll be cool, like, mentally. Like, I learned that this year. Like, well, not like 2 years ago. That's where it really hit me. Like, why does it fucking matter? Like, because it doesn't. It does not fucking matter what anybody thinks about you whatsoever. Do what you believe in and what you're passionate about, and you will reap the rewards for sure.
And what exactly, like, at what point made you feel like that?
Well, it was actually pretty early on that I started, like, getting that, like, in school, like, hella people had shit to say about me, like, and it was weird, because I feel like a lot of people be setting themselves up for it. Like, rappers be out here, like, like, all this crazy shit, like, doing, like, fuck shit. And, like, yeah, like, obviously you're gonna get shit on, like, I'm the shit, like, all this. Like, I could understand why people get hated on, but for me it was real confusing, because, like, it wasn't even like that for me. Like, when I first started making music, it was just like, yo, like, this is what I love to do, like, go check it out. And, like, motherfucker, I lost all my homies. Like, no one wanted to fuck with me. I was, like, the weird kid, like,
Damn.
like, not on no movie shit. Like, people be saying that, like I was antisocial in high school, and I look at no, but, like, really, bro, nobody wanted to fucking fuck with me. Like,
because you were just, what, they thought you were weird, or?
I don't know. I just wasn't it, I guess. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe, I mean, obviously we gonna perceive ourselves differently from how other people do, but, like, whatever the case is, Gio this, Gio that, like, it was always something. And then I just eventually realized, like, man, I could fucking be the best artist ever, and motherfuckers would still say shit. Like, why do it matter? And it still won't. Never will it matter to me. As long as my family right, as long as my friends right, as long as my money right, we good.
That's what's up.
We good.
Something else I wanted to talk about, and I know it's probably, like, real deep, but I did some research on you, and it said that you dropped out of high school, right? At 17, bro?
All right, so I ain't, like, fully dropped out.
Okay.
I'm still planning on getting my diploma, but I haven't been at public school in, like, 2 years. So I really haven't been at public school since I was, like, I think 15.
Damn.
Or maybe 16. I don't know how the time worked. I think I dropped out right before I turned 16. 15 going on 16.
Dang. Why?
It actually wasn't on no not educational shit. It was more of like that's like when I started surrounding myself with all these like influencers, and, you know, there was events, like, this is pre-COVID. So pre-COVID there was a new event every night, movie premieres, like, all this shit, and I'm just going there with my friends, like, networking. This is how I met a lot of people to met. If I never did this shit when I was 15, I wouldn't have met some of the people you asked me about earlier at 16, 17. So it just got to a point where I was going out to like 3, 4 a.m. every night, and then having to go to school at like 7 a.m. the next day. No homework done. I was like failing all my classes. I was always failing though in high school. Like, even like back before I knew anybody, like, bro, all I would do, bro, I could probably put it up on my Snapchat right now. All I would do is, we had these little laptops. Like, sometimes I couldn't because they just wouldn't let us, but 90% of the time I had a laptop, just listening to fucking tight beats all day in school. All my periods except PE, obviously I couldn't. Right. But even PE, I would fake it and go to the library. I'd be like, I'm sick or some shit. Go to the library, put on beats, write songs. So, like, but back to what I was saying, it like got to a point where I didn't really have time to go to school. Like, not because I was too busy on no, like, cool shit. Like, I was busy, but not because, like, my music was popping or some shit.
You didn't see school as, like, a priority?
No, I think school's important, though. I think for the people I think it's important to know what you want to do at a young age. And I feel like that's not expected of a lot of people. Mm-hmm. And I feel like it's, like, normalized to just, like, it's cool, just go to college and then figure it out after that. It's like, aren't you supposed to know what you're doing while you're going to college? Like, some people figure it out, and that's great. But I think it's very important. Like, it just depends on what you're trying to do, like, and how motivated you are. Because some people know they want to make music, but they don't do the right shit to make that shit happen. So then it's like, really, why are you not in school? You feel me? Like, that personally to me is the way I see it.
Gotcha. And so, one thing I also wanted to talk to you about was, back to what I was saying before, the song "Me and You," because listening to your other stuff, it was kind of on some like heartbreak type shit,
Yeah.
But with "Me and You," it felt more like heart filling, I guess. Like
I kind of wanted to tell a love story with that one. That one was like crazy story. I wrote the hook to that song to a totally different beat like 2.5 years ago. 2.5 years ago, I wrote it to a whole different beat, that hook, like when I was like 15, whatever. I wrote it to that hook, and then we was at Paramount recording, and then we just finished it. Like, I freestyled the whole verse. Yeah, I'm not sure if you had the verse on that. Obviously, you listen. That whole verse, we freestyled that in like 5-10 minutes. Yeah. Dang. Like, well, not like one take, but like we just punched in. Like, it took like probably 5-10 minutes. That was like really the fastest I finished the verse was like 5 minutes. That like definitely not. It was like It was like 5 minutes probably, and I hit that one day and leave. I hit that high note, and everyone was like, yeah, it was a really cool moment. Yeah, that was great.
Do you see yourself making more heart feeling music like that in the future?
I try not to think about it.
You just do it. You just go in and do it.
I go whatever. I could come out tomorrow with a rock and roll song. Like, I don't think. Fuck it. Like, I got some shit in the vault that, like, if you heard it, you'd be like, this the same.
How many songs would you say you have in the vault right now?
I got a lot.
A lot?
Like, but that.
Leak a lot?
Nah, nobody leaked my shit. But, like, I got some shit. It's kind of hard. I wish I had less because that way I could kind of narrow it down because I don't just want to flood people with shitty music. Like, I'm on quality over quantity. That's the way I see it. I want to put out the best. And sometimes it'd be hard for me to even tell what's the best. Like, and then it don't help that I be asking like 15 people and all of it, like, everyone has a different favorite. Mm-hmm. Like, there's never one favorite that's like clear as day. Like, everyone's like, nah, that one. And I'm like, bro, like, what the fuck? So then I don't even get an answer because, like, a lot of people, it's pretty obvious. Like, okay, this one's the best one. Right now, there's no clear best one I have in the vault. I got my favorite, but sometimes the reason I make music isn't for me. It's for other people. So, like, that's why I be trying to figure out, like, which one.
Right. And so with all that music that you got in the vault, like, do we see an album coming soon from Gio?
No. And I'll tell you why. Nobody wants to listen to an album. Not even fucking Drake. Not even fucking... Bro, they skip, like, damn near all the songs except, like, 3 of them. Once I'm big, I'm going to put together the best fucking album you ever heard in your whole fucking shit. Like, I'm going to make the best fucking album. But right now, I just want single. That's how... Because it's kind of... people shit on him a lot, but I think he's got a great mindset. And I think the way he carries himself, Russ, the way he was able to blow up... Not that I'm doing it the way he's doing it. I'm kind of doing my own thing. But he was dropping single after single after single. And then the world got to eventually notice. Like, if you bring in heat like that, people can only stay asleep so long. Like, they got to eventually notice when you just bring a hit after hit after hit after, like, yeah. Right. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do is just stay consistent, keep the music good, great music, get better while I'm putting shit out, too. Whatever come my way, come my way.
Would you say, back to Russ, would you say that he's a big influence on you because, a lot of people hate on him, kind of like an underdog? I
do love underdog stories. Yeah, for sure. But I don't really listen to Russ that much. I got a couple of songs I fuck with, but, like, I don't really listen to him. I just I've seen a lot of interviews, and I've listened to him talk a lot, but...
That's what's up.
Yeah, I'm not, like, some huge, like, Russ guy, but...
I
think he's pretty cool. I like his mindset. Yeah, for sure.
So, if not Russ, like... Who are some artists that you really want to try and work with?
Honestly, like, there's a difference because for me, like, there's artists I fuck with, and then there's artists I want to work with. Mm-hmm. There's some artists I really fuck with, but I'm like, I don't know if our sounds will really mesh like that. Honestly, I don't really want to put myself in a box with artists that I want to work with because I feel like if I say certain names, then, like, it'll make people think I don't want to work with other people. Does that really make sense? But some dream collabs, I'll throw out, like, handful. Honestly, I don't know because I feel like it's like an in the moment thing. Like, dude, there's so many artists that, like, I don't even listen to, but I know we'd make a fire song together. Like, I don't listen to Lil Yachty, but I feel like for some reason we would make a fire song. Like, because I could still appreciate the art in music that I don't really particularly listen to.
The person too.
Yeah.
Can't be in the studio with someone.
I'm a big a lot of rappers be hitting me like how much you charge for a feature, like yada yada. I'm not on that wave at all. The only way I'll make a song with someone is if I'm in the studio with them and we build it from bottom to top. I will never do a feature on the open verse. Nah, like that's just not how I roll. Like I wouldn't want to work with even if it's a big artist. I mean, obviously right now I would take it because dude, if some huge artist reach out, that'd be great. But like once I'm big, like we got to be in the studio and really do this if we finna do this. Like I'm not about to just send you some shit and be like do whatever you want to do. And I hope that the person will give me feedback too on like what I'm doing because it's a collaborative process. I don't believe in like feature shit. Like give me a bag for this or give me. I'm never gonna charge nobody for no feature ever. Unless the label make me. Unless the label make me or some shit. But me, I don't got no plans for that.
Is that creative process, that collaborative process you're talking about, is that how you feel with Zoto? Because I know like you had that one song with him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, we actually have two. My biggest song actually is Crazy that I did with him.
Crazy, you're right.
That's the biggest one. Well, we actually have three, but yeah, we actually have three.
Two officially released.
Well, right. 3 officially released, but the other one didn't gain as much attention. That was on Disconnected because, you know, Crazy Disconnected was a 2-song EP, and that's what Crazy was on. But the second one didn't really get as much traction just because there was like no music video for it. That one's called The Old Me. So yeah, we got 3 if we're including ATM and those 2. It was weird going from like a shitty little studio, like where we recorded Crazy at, which was the biggest one, to then like like a year and a half later, like a year actually, being inside like the best recording studio in LA at Paramount, fucking recording ATM was like crazy, bro. It was on some like rockstar shit. He didn't literally get 1 hour of sleep when we recorded that song, because we had like an early session. It was like noon, some shit, and yeah, noon, and he literally just didn't sleep. And bro, I got like 2 hours of sleep, and I woke up like, yo, you finna be good to hop on and like do this, like, and he was like, he was like half asleep, and I was like, bro, nah, like, but then he just went in the booth and killed it. I killed my part. That session was real magical. That was also the session I did Paralyzed.
Oh, okay.
That session was the first session also that I freestyled a whole song at too. I got a couple songs done that session. It's if I ever do release a project, it's the intro to that project, because I do know what project I want to eventually release and what it's going to be called.
Can you give us a little teaser? I know you're not dropping anytime soon.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be called Alter Ego too, as I'm sure, because Alter Ego is the first one. I want to continue Alter Ego because that's like me. I don't want to dive too deep into this, but I basically have bipolar disorder, which is very black and white, highs and lows. And that's kind of where I came up with Alter Ego, because sometimes I feel like I'm like a different version of me. Like the alter ego, like when I'm making music, I feel like I'm a whole different, like I'll be closing my eyes in the studio and like it don't even feel like I'm Gio. Like it feel like I'm just put here to do this. Like I don't know how to explain it. So that's pretty much where Alter Ego came from. So yeah, I want to do Alter Ego too.
I don't know about that bipolar shit, dude. So would you say like when you're in the studio, it's kind of like a safe place for you? Kind of makes you just feel better.
There's only been a couple sessions ever that I've been at where I'm like, I'm trying to leave. Like, and that wasn't because of the session or anything. I was just having like mental. Like sometimes I'll be like spacing out. Like I don't really know how to explain it. I could, but that's like a whole different thing. But music for sure is my safe space. That's like where I feel the most comfortable at, and I hope people could, you know, learn to love that, love my shit. I don't want to be no idolized. I don't want to be no internet hero, superhero. I'm human just like you. Like, I'm just a fucking human. Like, and that's the way it's always going to be. Like, I'm never going to put on no facade trying to be somebody I'm not. Like, bro, like, I'm just me. And that's why I feel like my music is so raw. And, like, I hope people could really relate to it. And I feel like so far my small crowd that I do have has been able to. Because I'm just as human as everyone else is. And that's the way it's always going to be.
You wouldn't see yourself I guess, having like legendary status?
No, I want to be a legend. I want to be the best to ever do it. But I don't want to be like idolized. Well, no, I want to be idolized, but like not because I'm some like bigger. I'm not bigger than life. Mm-hmm. I feel like a lot of celebrities, people be looking at them and like they don't even seem like they're fucking humans. Like you be like seeing celebrities do shit and be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like nah, like I'm never gonna be on no fuck shit. That's basically what I'm saying. I'm never gonna be on no fuck shit. Like nah, bro. I'm just gonna be having fun. You know, supporting my friends and family and being the best human I could be. I fuck up. Hopefully, if I ever fuck up in my career, y'all could forgive me if I ever do anything, because I'm a for sure do something that people will not agree with. I'm human, so are you. Right. I just hope people could learn to just love me for me and know that I'm not perfect. And yeah.
Right. I feel like that's pretty much how it should be all the time. Mm-hmm. In the media and in music. I feel like people are so quick to cancel people.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely quicker than ever. I feel like it's really easy to say something to fuck I'm gonna say a million things to get canceled. Like I'm gonna definitely be trending like on Twitter being canceled at some point. Bro, I'm gonna get canceled every day, but like I don't fucking care, and I never have cared. Like not on some Kanye shit. That's different. I fuck with Kanye, bro, but that's what makes me fuck with Kanye is like he don't give no fucks. Like I don't give a fuck if someone doesn't like me for liking Kanye. Bro, I fuck with Kanye. Right. He's the hardest. Like, just the way he says shit the way it is in his mind. That might not be the way other people perceive it. That's also my problem with cancel culture. Is like, obviously, there's right from wrong. And if someone's saying some wrong shit, you know, they gonna get canceled. And you should not be saying no fuck shit on the internet. But also at the same time, it's like, I'm real open-minded. Like, maybe the way I perceive something isn't the way that someone else does. Like, maybe I'm wrong. I feel like that's the problem with our generation is nobody wants to admit when they're wrong. Ever. Like, that's the number one problem. Like, everyone just thinks that their way is the only way. And, like, you got to be more open-minded. Like, I'll be learning shit every day. Like, I'm going to stay learning. I'm going to be 80 years old. Like, damn, I just learned this today. Like, and that's the way it should be. Because, like, you got to open your fucking mind. My homie Lucas, O2, he got a song called Open Up Your Mind. I'll be bumping that. I don't think he ever... Did he drop that? Nah, he ain't dropped it. But I'll be bumping that shit every day. He'd be like, open up your mind. Like, that shit be hard. He'd be hitting this little... It's called O2. That's his rap name. But he's my dog, Lucas. I met him like 3 years ago through Benji. And that's how I met, like, my friend group that I'm kind of with now. Well, extended friend group, because I'm still cool with Benji Zoto. But, like, you know, Kenzie, fucking Taco... Dylan, like all them. That's how I'm cool with all them was through Lucas. Mm-hmm. Me and him had beef for like 2 months, but it was hella stupid. Like we called each other like, "What is we doing?" Like yeah, that's my boy. Like we cool.
Where y'all beefing over? If you don't mind me asking.
So I'm real straightforward, and sometimes it could come across as kind of like being a dick. But he started making music, and he was kind of in the scene with like a lot of these influencers. And I know, like, he can be better because I want the best for my homies. Like, eventually we got to the point where I was, like, teaching him how to do shit. Like, yo, this is, like, I was showing him the way I created. But at that time, like, he made a song and, like, everyone was like, this shit's amazing. And I was like, I could have worded it a little better. But I pretty much told him the song was trash. But I did say, not, like, it wasn't on no hating shit. But when you being told by, like, big names in the industry, like, that you hanging out with, like, this is fire, I was like, bro, I love you too much to let nobody, like, blow smoke up your ass. Like, and looking back on it now, he's making that fucking fire shit. And he was like, bro, you was so right. Thank you. Like, thank you. And he's like, I'm sorry. Because we was going at it. And I was like, bro, why are you mad at me? I'm just trying to help you. But... See, that's what I'm saying. It's perception.
And some people, like you said before, some people don't admit when they're wrong, you know?
Well, I don't think he thought he was wrong and was on, like, we was just disagreeing. Like, and that's just what it was. Like, there wasn't no wrong and right. Maybe I'm the one who's dumb and that song actually was fire. But I knew it wasn't.
Well, I feel like he would have done, like, criticism. I feel like that's what it is, too.
Nah, he could take criticism. But people in general, people in general don't like criticism. But he's a real hardworking guy. He's killing it right now, bro. He's about to shoot a music video. He just dropped a music video with I'm not sure if you're familiar with like who DJ Diddy is.
I want to say I heard the name.
Lil Jufu, if you know who Jufu is.
Underrated people, bro.
Yeah, Jufu actually got like a couple $100,000.
Dang,
They dropped that. Nah, but we know each other. They dropped that. There's like a couple million streams, I want to say. So, yeah, Lucas is doing good. O2, that's his name, like his rapper now. I just call him Lucas because like he's like we knew each other way before the shit. Like I knew him before he even started making music. Like we go way back. Same with Zoto, bro. Like Zoto wasn't even releasing shit like when I knew him. Like he had like 1-2 songs out.
How'd y'all meet?
It was funny. I actually didn't fuck with him at first when I first met him. They was filming a movie like for Netflix, and Benji one day was like, "Yo, like, can I bring this dude that I'm shooting it with back to the crib?" And I was like, because I don't fuck with nobody. Right. Like I keep my circle like this, and I was like, bro. And he brought him, and like those two together was like fucking Beavis and Butthead, bro. They was like fucking with my shit, like throwing shit. I was like, fuck. I was pissed at both of them. And then next, I don't know how it happened. He just became my bro, and like we just been cool and shit ever since. Yeah, honestly, that's how it all like came together.
That's what's up.
Dang.
And so you, Zoto, and who were the other people you mentioned in your little group?
In the like OG group or now?
I guess now.
No.
Well, matter of fact, let's talk about the OG group, like who's there.
Okay, so here's how we was rocking. It was literally like we had 2 other people, but like I ain't really they wasn't like relevant to any of this. The main group, we was like the Rat Pack. You know Sinatra with the Rat Pack? Mm-hmm. We be it's 3 Italian dudes and 1 black dude. That's Rat Pack. It's me, Benji, Zoto, and Lucas. We the Rat Pack. We the new Rat Pack. And we back then, that's when I was recording Alter Ego. That's kind of when I met Zoto. Mm-hmm. I met Lucas like 5 months before I met Zoto, and then I met Benji like a year and a half before that. I met Benji when I was like 11, 12. I think 12 though. And, you know, we just all kind of grew up together, and it's just hella weird. I knew Zoto when he had like under 1,000 followers, and now this fool out here like 300,000 something, verified, doing all this cool shit. My man Lucas going crazy, and now like I feel like this was all really meant to be. Me and Benji had this real cool moment the other night. We was like walking. It was like 4 a.m. We walked past my old elementary school. That's where I really got into music, was there. Like I was doing like choir class and all this shit, like weird shit. Like all my homies would roast me, be like, "You doing choir? You fucking weirdo." Like, and no, but we walk into the old school, and like we was standing on this little like NPR stage that I used to perform at, and I was like, bro, like this finna be like thousands of people one day, bro. Like it felt like a scene out of a movie, bro. And we was like, bro, like this finna be crazy. And we was like looking at each other like, damn, bro, like we really finna do this. Like, I don't know. I feel close. It's close, bro. We close. So yeah, that was just a magical moment. Like I know it sound dumb, just 2 motherfuckers at like an elementary school at like 4 a.m. But like to me, because the reason we went there is like we didn't even mean to go there. We was just walking like aimlessly. We go on like a lot of walks and shit. And like we just ended up there, and I was like, yo, like let me show you like my old school. Like this is like where I used to like get into music and shit. And the next thing you know, we was there, and it was just like a really surreal moment. Cause like it felt real. Like it didn't feel like we was just like, yeah, man, this finna be thousands of people. Like that's what we said. But like it was just one of those moments where like the fucking stars align, and like I swear to God, I was in like a Steven Spielberg movie, like right there. Like and then I was looking at him like, bro, I'm just tweaking low key. And he was like, nah, you not tweaking. He was like, you right. And I was like, I am right. And yeah, bro, I knew like, I don't know when, I don't know how, but we gonna do it. We gonna do it up. Mm-hmm.
Listen, man, I got one last question for you.
For sure.
You be talking about some deep shit. I just really want to know, where do you think you'd see yourself by the end of this year?
Okay. Where do I see myself by the end of this year? Honestly, I don't. Minimum, I'll give you the minimum, but first, before I do that, I don't like doing that because I feel like if I say like, oh, I have 500,000 on the gram, I don't want 500,000. I want 50 million on the gram. Like, I want to be the biggest shit I could be. But if we're talking about me and my career, Hopefully, I'd love to learn how to fully play the guitar over the next year. I already know how to play the drums. My dad was a rock and roll drummer. He did like shit growing up. I ain't really that close with my dad, but like when I was younger, he taught me and shit. I would love to. I'd love to hopefully go on a tour by then, and not as an opening act, but as a headliner. Hopefully, we'll have a couple plaques on the wall, and maybe potentially my first debut, like real big album. I would love that to happen
by the end of this year.
By the end of this year, yeah. I'm thinking big soon. Like this, like I've been through the process the last 4 years, bro. I've been making music like 4 years now, doing this shit, using every last dime I have. I don't spend money on shit. All the clothes I get sent from brands. All the fucking, I don't spend no money on nothing. All the money I make goes right back into the fucking music. And that's not even a lot to start off with. That's also why our label need to pick me up, bro. I make hits, bro. I make fucking hits with like no budget. Like, nothing, bro. Like, I do not have a lot of money. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, nah, bro. I got scraps, bro, and I'm making this shit work. Imagine what I'd be able to do.
So a label hasn't reached out to you yet? Oh, come on, they're tripping.
I've had a couple, no majors though, like small labels, and even if a major do reach out, I ain't taking the first thing I get. I want to be, I tell you. Right. I want to make sure what I get will help me get to where I need to be. I'm not just going to take the first deal that come knocking on the door like, yo, take this. Like, if it's on some fuck shit, no way.
Right. I feel like you're really aware of that. Labels, they fuck you up.
Dude, I need money, but it's like, bro, I know that I'm going to make X amount more than whatever you're offering me currently if I just hold on this and wait, which... Maybe I won't even be in that position. Maybe the first label that hit me up just got a golden deal, and I'm like, oh, this is lit. Mm-hmm. But you never know.
Well, okay. Let me ask you this. What would be the price needed, like, for you to actually want to be signed to a label? The label asks you, hey, I got a $3 million deal for you right now. Is that enough?
Like, it depends on the details of the deal. Like, what am I owning? What's the I don't know, bro. You're going to have to ask my lawyer that question. You're going to have to ask my lawyer that question. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, you're going to have to ask somebody else, not me. Not me.
What's wrong with artists just going independent?
Nothing's wrong. I just think that labels are becoming less and less important by the year. But I think this whole misconception of, like, the labels are eventually the artists are going to take over and we won't need them anymore. We're always going to need labels. And that's just like, I'm like, maybe ideally it'd be great if we never did. Ideally, like, that'd be amazing. You see Chance doing it. You see fucking Russ doing it. You see Travis with his own label. You see all this shit. And that's like the most ideal shit. But realistically, when you're an artist like myself, bro, like, I ain't even going to lie. Artists like myself love to be like, man, I'm just independent. I'm cool. But, bro, like, I need resources, bro. At least right now in my career. Maybe one day down the line, I'll be on my own shit, owning my own shit, and really owning my craft. But right now, I could use that for sure. So we'll just see where it takes me. I'm trying to just let God decide and try not to be too much of a control freak over my own like destiny and where that leads me at, and just keep my head on straight, because I feel like when you think about the future, you're not really living in the present. And I do that way too much.
We're going to put that in quotes.
On the wall.
I'm going to have a flag. Say that shit again. Hold on.
When you live in the future. What did I say? Whoa, when you live in the future.
You live in the present.
No, if you're living in the future, you can't live in the present or the past. If you're living in the future or the past, you will never be in the present. Quote that. Put that on your fucking grandparents' wall in their house.
Yo, all right. We're going to wrap this up before we do. Can you give any like wise, inspiring words to the artists coming up right now?
Honestly, I wish I had a bigger platform so I could kind of be through it a little more, so I could give you better advice. So hopefully in my later interviews I will. But the one thing that I will say, and this isn't just artists, this is just like human beings and anyone that wants to do something with their life, is anyone that tells you that you can't do it, fuck them. Do what you want to do. Work as hard as you can for that shit. And, I can't really be the one to be like, oh, it totally pays off, because I'm not there yet. But trust me, I know I'm going to be there hopefully. And it will pay off. You will reap the rewards. Just stay patient. Keep working. Treat the people that really care for you. Make sure you treat them with the most love and respect, because those are the only people you will have when you are successful. And yeah, just be the best you can be, and know that there is light at the end of the tunnel regardless of what situation you're in. That's my advice.
Appreciate you, man.
Gang, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Good looks. We
Music
out.
Overload, Gio up in the building.
Yeah.
Give a shout out to Music Overload.
Shout out Music Overload. Appreciate y'all for having me.